reading what I'm supposed to do. We're gonna do a live reading of the Epic of Gilgamesh, myths from Mesopotamia, the flood already read, the creation already read, and then the Epic of Gilgamesh. What comes after? I don't know. Two guys go to hell and back. I think that's what's next. The descent to Ishtar. I don't know. I think that's what it is. This is a really good story. If I was alive during that time and then someone told me this story, I'd be like, wow, what the fuck, you know? But I've seen all this before. I've seen it all. I don't know if I've ever seen a girl get rejected and kill people for that. That's actually interesting. I've never really heard that before. I've never heard of, let's go to the beginning. Let's see what we can find. Let's see. Famous story. We're going to tell the story of a man, Gilgamesh. You know, we've heard of that before, prophecies. But I don't know if we've ever heard the story where they're like, oh, well, we have Anakin's the chosen one. Frodo is not a chosen one, okay? Anyone. I don't know how he didn't get corrupted. We're going to go through all the pages, I think. I just want to see what I see and what I didn't see. It's interesting, you know. The action is very fast. I wish we could spend some time and read some more descriptions about the action, but it is a poem, so they don't go that route. They didn't really do that in Dante either, even though in Dante there was like no warriors. There's not really warriors to fight, I guess, LOL. So like, in Dante, you were just watching people get tortured. And then the story was about him uplifting himself in spirit. That was a good story. I don't think I cried, but it was cute. This is much older than Dante. Maybe 2,000 years older. 3,000 BC maybe, I think. This story, something like that. Dante's like 1200 BC or 1200 AD, I don't remember. I don't remember. It's probably AD. 1200. And then he rejects a girl later. They go up to heaven and slay the bull, though, which I didn't really know they did. It's, like I said, the writing is it's a little difficult for me. It just says, "Oh, we destroyed it," and I'm like, okay. That's interesting, sure. And then, you know, I don't know if I've ever heard of a story about people trying to go kill something just to be famous. It's a really selfish reason. Very straightforward. It's like very straightforward story, you know what I mean? I will give it a, I don't know, a 4 out of 5. Fuck it. Because it's an older story. And, you know, it probably deserves the credit it deserves, you know? Let's go read the final tablet. 147. That's weird. Why is it? Alright, we're gonna read tablet number 7. Or 12, I mean. This is the last tablet of in the Tale of Gilgamesh. After this, unfortunately, we still have quite a bit of more reading to do. Because we're gonna read the old Babylonian version right after. It's not as long. It's only got 20 pages. But let's read this. I don't know what version we're reading anymore. Let me see. We're reading the standard Babylonian version. So this is like, I think it's a bit re-edited. Tablet number 12. If only I had left the puku in the carpenter's house today. I would have left the carpenter's wife like the mother who bore me. I would have left the carpenter's daughter like my little sister. Today the Puku fell into the earth, and my Meku fell into the earth. Enkidu asked Gilgamesh, Enkidu's alive! My lord, what did you weep for, and your heart grows sad? I shall bring up the Puku from the earth today. I shall bring up the Meku from the earth. Gilgamesh said to Enkidu, if you go down to the earth, you must follow my instructions. You must not put on a clean garment, for they will recognize that you are a stranger. You must not be anointed with perfume oil from an ointment jar, for they will gather around you at the smell for it. You must not toss a throw stick into the earth, for those who are hit by the throw stick will encircle you. You must not raise a club in your hands, for ghosts will flit around you. You must not put shoes on your feet, lest you make a noise in the earth. You must not kiss the wife you love. What? You must not hit the wife you hate. You must not kiss the son you love. You must not hit the son you hate. For the earth's outcry will seize you. She who sleeps and sleeps, the mother of Ninazu, who sleeps. Ninazu. Ooh. Azu. Wait, isn't that the Lion King bird? Her pure shoulders are not covered with a garment. Her breasts are not pendulous like an ointment jar in Sapatu basin. What is that word? Pendulous? Her breasts are not pendulous? How could they not be pendulous? What does pendulous mean? Like pendulum? Swinging something? Hanging down loosely? That's disgusting. Why you got... It's such a descriptive word. Authors be like... where her bread not pending like an ointment jar in Sapatu basin. He did not follow his Lord's instructions. He put on a clean garment, so they recognized that he was a stranger. He was anointed with perfumed oil from an ointment jar, so they gathered round him at the smell of it. He tossed the throw stick into the earth, so those who were hit by the throw stick encircled him. He raised a club in his hands, so ghosts flitted around him. He put ghost shoes on his feet. He made a noise in the earth. He kissed the wife he loved. He hit the wife he hated. He kissed his son he loved. He hit the son he hated. And the earth's outcry did seize him. She who sleeps and sleeps, the mother of Ninazu, who sleeps. Her pure shoulders were not covered with a garment. Her breasts were not pendulous like an ointment jar in an Sikatu basin. When Enkidu tried to go up again out of the earth, Namtar did not seize him, nor did Asaku seize him. The earth seized him. The croucher, Ukur, the merciless, did not seize him. The earth seized him. He did not fall in a fight among males. The earth seized him. Then the son of Ninsun went and wept for his servant Enkidu. He went off on his own to Ikur, Elil's temple. Why, Enkidu? We just spent like hours, days, maybe even years crying for you. And this is how he repays Gilgamesh. I understand if you want to, it's hard to not maybe kiss your son, your wife. But come on, bro. You could have at least not put your shoes on. You could have at least done something, that credited you a little bit better. No, he was given, let's say 8 rules, and he broke all of them. He said, let me break all of them. Wow. Father Elil, today the Puku fell into the earth, and my Meku fell into the earth, and the earth seized Enkidu, who went down to bring them up. Namtar did not seize him, nor did Asaku seize him. The earth seized him. The croucher, Ukur, the merciless, did not seize him. The earth seized him. He did not fall in a fight among males. The earth seized him. Father Elil answered him not a word, so he went off alone to Sin's temple. Father Sin, today the Puku fell into the earth. My Meku fell into the earth. The earth seized Enkidu, who went down to bring them up. Namtar did not seize him, nor did Asaku seize him. The earth seized him. The croucher, Ukur, the merciless, did not seize him. The earth seized him. He did not fall in fight among males. The earth seized him. Father Sin answered him not a word, so he went off alone to Ea's temple. Father Ea, today the Peku fell into the earth, and my Meku fell into the earth, and the earth seized Enkidu, and who went down to bring them up. Namtar did not seize him, nor did a Saku demon seize him. The earth seized him. The croucher, Ukur, the merciless, did not seize him. The earth seized him. He did not fall in a fight among males. The earth seized him. Father Ea, I think Ea is like God, right? Answered him. He spoke to the warrior Ukur. Warlike young man Ukur, you must open up a hole in the earth now, so that the spirit of Enkidu can come out of the earth like a gust of wind, and return to his brother Gilgamesh. The warlike young man Ukur. The warlike young man Ukur opened up a hole in the earth, and the spirit of Enkidu came out of the earth like a gust of wind. They hugged and kissed, they discussed and they agonized. Tell me, my friend, tell me, my friend, tell me Earth's conditions that you found. I can't tell you, my friend, I can't tell you. If I tell you Earth's conditions that I found, you must sit and weep. I would sit and weep. Your wife whom you touched and your heart was glad, vermin eat like an old garment. Your son whom you touched and your heart was glad, sits in a crevice full of dust. Woe, she said, and groveled in the dust. Woe, he said, and groveled in the dust. I saw the father of one whom you once saw. Covered, he weeps bitterly over it. I saw the father of two whom you once saw. He eats bread sitting on 2 bricks. I saw the father of 3 whom you once saw. He drinks water from a water skin. I saw the father of 4 whom you once saw. His heart is glad with a team of 4. I saw the father of 5 whom you once saw. Like a first-rate scribe he is open-handed, enters the palace as a matter of course. I saw the father of 6 whom you once saw. Then there's a gap of about 6 lines, like a fine emblem, then there's a gap of about 25 lines. I saw him, whom you saw at the poles of. Now he cries for his mother as he tears out the pegs. I saw him, whom you saw die a sudden death. He lies in bed and drinks pure water. I saw him, whom you saw killed in battle. His father and mother honor him, and his wife weeps over him. I saw him, whose corpse you saw abandoned in the open country. His ghost does not sleep in the earth. I saw him, whom you saw, whose ghost has nobody to supply it. He feeds on dregs from dishes and bits of bread that lie abandoned in the streets. Colophon, Tablet 12. Of him who found out all things, written, inspected. Break. So the last line was, he feeds on dregs from dishes and bits of bread that lie abandoned in the streets. Notes to Gilgamesh. Anyway, I think we finished Gilgamesh, the standard Babylonian version. What do I think of it? It was alright. Oh, sorry. It was alright. My writing, I don't know why they used to write like that. Like that used to be like what? Amazing, right? That used to be amazing for these guys. That's okay. That's cool. That's really cool. 3,000 years old. What does that word mean? Dregs. How does Gilgamesh end? I just want to know if I'm right. After a perilous journey over the waters of death, Gilgamesh finally meets Utnapishtim and asks for the secrets to immortality in one of the earliest literally anticlimaxes. Utnapishtim tells him that he doesn't have it. The story ends with Gilgamesh returning home to the city of Uruk. So he doesn't become immortal. Oh wow. Huh. I guess. What do these notes talk about then? The translation is made up of many. Text C. Tigay 1982 for bibliography. Tigay. Like $30. The translation is made up of many clay tablet fragments, most of them date from 8th century BC onwards, and many of them were found at Nineveh. They are all standard Babylonian version unless otherwise indicated, namely in tablet 5, which is LV from Uruk. Fuck, what's LV again? Let me see. Can't be Las Vegas. Late version, 612 BC and the end of this Seleucid era from Babylonia. Some tablets contain 6 columns, 3 to a side, but others have only 2 or 4 columns, 1 or 2 to a side. The number of lines of text per column varies between about 33 and 75, with the exception of final columns, which may contain far fewer lines than the previous columns, depending on how well the scribe judged the surface area available for his text. There is great variation of column length even within 6-column tablets from Nineveh. Among the versions, the text is differently divided, both as to columns and as to individual tablets. Thus, for instance, tablet 4, column 6 in one version may only overlap to a small extent with tablet 4. Column 6 in another version and a single site like Nineveh may have yielded up more than one version. Tablet 6 has much shorter columns in the second half than in the first. Therefore, to estimate accurately the length of gaps where a disjointed text is made up of fragments is extremely difficult and sometimes impossible. For the purpose of this book, a rule of thumb has been adopted. Gaps are reckoned at 45 lines per column, except in the case of tablets 3 and 9, and parts of 5, for which the reckoning is 35 lines per column. Thus, the line numbers given for gaps are intended only as a very rough guide and may in some instances prove to be misleading. Column numbers are taken as far as possible from a single well-preserved tablet if several versions exist, with columns divided at different points, as is the case of tablet 9 or 11. A full edition of the Akkadian text is being prepared by Ajor and the First Finkel. Opening lines following Quasen, 1999. The opening is of a type characteristic. Oh shit. There's a lot of notes. And you know what? This was a longer story too. These notes might just go on forever. No, they're going for a little bit. Huh. Let me see, because I did read the standard Babylonia version, because I'm reading a different ending that I don't remember reading, so I feel like it's because it's a different version. I don't get it. Apparently I don't get it. Apparently the story of Gilgamesh learned he had to be a good king for his people. I didn't. I mean, he didn't seem like a bad king. Yeah, he made the he was the flood guy too, so pretty cool. I don't know, man. To be honest, I don't understand. I'm gonna go get a drink of water. Alright, let's maybe read some more Gilgamesh, baby. I'm gonna do a little bit of the notes, and I want to see if I don't know, I learned anything interesting. Cause that was honestly a little hard to read. Am I allowed to play videos on YouTube to understand Gilgamesh? You guys know Wendigo. I'm sure he wouldn't get mad, but I'm pretty sure he has a Gilgamesh video, and I didn't want to watch it until I read the book. Sumerian mythology. He doesn't have one? Wendigo doesn't have a Gilgamesh video. Huh. I thought he did. I'm in the middle of a Frankenstein video with him.
Imagine bringing your side project to life.
Like,
just by thinking about it.
Like watching him talk about Frankenstein is fun. He really likes her prose. I do too. Really good writing.
Way to segue into like what you do.
Stupid Joe Rogan.
Because these subjects.
I want to hear what he talks about the oldest story in the book.
Instantaneous reaction. Yeah. That instantaneous reaction is, oh, hogwash. Yeah. If this was true, I would already know about it. It would be taught in universities. Yeah. It would all be. But then you find out, like, no one is really just kind of trying to piece stuff together, specifically talking about these ancient tablets, which are, to me, some of the most interesting things about ancient history, particularly what came out of ancient Sumer. Ancient Sumer, when you look at their tablets and, like, what are they saying? And why would they dedicate so much time to talking about this stuff?
Exactly.
Why do they have pictures of giant enormous people looking things with like a humanoid with a tail sitting on their lap? Like, what is this, just fiction? Like, why would they detail this, and how do they have a representation of the solar system with the correct amount of planets and relatively the correct order and size? You know, it's not exact, but it's an artistic version of the real thing. And how the hell 6,000, 5,000 years ago do they know that? And what explanations do we have? Like, what's the conventional explanations when people try to dismiss what they knew in ancient Sumer?
Well, the conventional explanation is always going to the term mythology. They throw mythology around, you know, left and right to cover up the fact that they have no clue or idea, so they turn it into mythology so they can kind of say it's all fantasy and fairy tales, and this is how they express themselves or how they understood the universe. It's all mythology, it's all fake, but in reality, it's not all fake. These people left behind such detailed records and information. It's a time capsule of information on stone tablets for us today to be able to decipher, break down, and understand, and that's what we're here to do now.
When you look at these ancient languages like cuneiform, can you read that?
He sounds crazy, right? He sounds a little crazy. Gilgamesh didn't conquer death, though. He didn't. Well, he's like a demigod.
Many ages ago, when the ancient gods ruled the world, there was a mighty Sumerian king named Gilgamesh. While ruler of the great city of Uruk, Mesopotamia, Gilgamesh built magnificent ziggurat temples, surrounded his city with high walls, and planted many orchards of rare fruits. But Gilgamesh was no ordinary man. He was a demigod, son of the priest king Lugalbanda and the goddess Ninsun. Gilgamesh was an exemplary creature, taller than all other people, with magnificent beauty and uncommon physical strength. Even though he was a demigod and had a longer than normal lifespan, Gilgamesh was not immortal. Despite his physical qualities, Gilgamesh had an arrogant personality and acted as a proud and haughty tyrant.
I didn't read that though.
To challenge him, he abused his authority as king, demanding to be idolized by the people and ordering the construction of monuments in his honor. And he seduced any woman who attracted him, even if she was of the nobility or married.
He literally rejected a girl.
Gradually began to despise the king. In their prayers to the gods, they begged to be saved from Gilgamesh's cruelty and lewdness.
Did I not understand this? Did I not read the same story?
And ordered Aruru, the goddess of vegetation, to engineer
I'm pissed. I feel like
Gilgamesh.
I read it wrong or something. This story is so old. I didn't even know.
A mixture of man and animal, named Enkidu. With a hairy primitive appearance and bull's horns on his head, Enkidu lived like an animal in the woods and plains of Sumer. He ate grass next to the gazelles and drank water from rivers side by side with lions. All the animals knew and obeyed Enkidu. He became a protector of wildlife, but did not know how to approach human beings. Upon hearing stories about the appearance of a large and strong man, Gilgamesh decided to send Shamat, a priestess from the temple of Uruk, to inquire into the case and try to seduce that mysterious man. The goal was to take away his purity granted by the goddess. To the priestess's surprise, Enkidu was as impressive as Gilgamesh, and she quickly fell in love with him. After 7 days and 7 nights of sultry love, Enkidu became civilized. He learned to wear clothes and eat food like humans. After that, Shamat told him about the existence of Gilgamesh and his reign of tyranny. A great wedding was about to take place in the city of Uruk. But, as usual, Gilgamesh appeared and demanded to possess the bride before the wedding. To the relief of the bride and groom, Enkidu appeared from among the crowd. He had arrived in the city, guided by the priestess Shamat. Gilgamesh and Enkidu entered a furious argument about the disrespectfulness of interfering in a marriage of two people who loved each other. For the first time in his life, Gilgamesh found someone able to strike back at him. This made him angry. Anticipating the ensuing mayhem, the crowd quickly moved away from the scene, leaving the two giants face to face. Gilgamesh was the first to resort to violence. The two powerful beings exchanged blows. The epic fight between the two demigods lasted for 7 uninterrupted days and destroyed several houses in the city. Each punch landed by the two titans was enough to kill 5 human warriors, but neither seemed to give in, and inevitably they began to blow. In the following years, Gilgamesh and Enkidu traveled through many unknown lands, where they had a great many adventures.
Alright, we're gonna stop watching that. Because I don't understand. I thought... I don't remember that. Whatever. Let's read some of the notes. 4. An Old Babylonian version of the epic began at this point. See note 14 to Old Babylonian Gilgamesh. The Hittite version attributes Gilgamesh's superior Gilgamesh's superior form to both the sun god and to the storm god, and refers to Gilgamesh as gods. In the plural, this may be a Phoenician usage. See note 11 on Nergal and Erishkigal. Or ordinances or forms of life rather than cultist centers. See Morgan. Okay, we're not reading these. Sorry, kid. Gilgamesh, Old Babylonian version, Tablet 1 not extant. And then it starts on Tablet 2, but I think the standard Babylonian version has a Tablet 1. Yeah, it does. But this is the older one, so interesting. Let's see if it's like the same thing. Gilgamesh got up and described the dream. Yeah, I remember. He spoke to his mother. Oh, Jesus. Mother, in the middle of the night, I was feeling lusty and walking around among the young men. The stars of heaven gathered to me, and a decoy from Anam fell onto me. I tried to lift it, but it was too heavy for me. I tried to budge it, but I could not budge it. The land of Uruk gathered around it. The young men kissed its feet. I took responsibility for it. They loaded it onto me. I lifted it and brought it to you. The mother of Gilgamesh, she who knows all things, spoke to Gilgamesh. I imagine, Gilgamesh, it is your match. It was born in the open country, and a mountain reared it. You saw it and you were glad. The young man kissed his feet, you embraced it and brought it to me. He went back to sleep and saw a second dream. Get up, told his mother. Mother, I saw a second one in the street of spacious Uruk. An axe was thrown down, and they gathered around it. The axe looked somehow strange. I saw it and I was glad. I loved it as a wife, and I doted on it. I took it and placed it at my side. The mother of Gilgamesh, she who knows all things, spoke to Gilgamesh. Then there's a gap of about 22 lines. Because I would treat him as equal to you, Gilgamesh described the dream. Enkidu stayed with the harlot. They made love together. He forgot the open country where he was born. For 6 days and 7 nights, Enkidu was aroused and poured himself into Shamkat. The harlot made her voice heard and spoke to Enkidu. I am looking at you, Enkidu. You are godlike. Why do you go around open country with wild beasts? Come with me. Let me take you into spacious Uruk, to the pure house, and Anum's dwelling. Enkidu got up and let me lead you to Anum's dwelling, where Gilgamesh perfectly made, and you will love him as yourself. Come on, get up from the ground. No more sex. He listened to her speech, agreed with her command. The woman's suggestions penetrated his heart. She took off her garments, clothed him in one, dressed herself in a second garment, took his hand like a goddess, led him to a shepherd's hut, where there was a sheep pen. The shepherd gathered over him. Gap of 4 or 5 lines he used to suck the milk of wild animals. They put food in front of him. He narrowed his eyes and looked. They stared, and Kidu knew nothing of eating bread, of drinking beer. He had never learned. The harlot made her voice heard and spoke to Enkidu. Eat the food, Enkidu, the symbol of life. Drink the beer, destiny of the land. Enkidu ate the bread until he had enough. He drank the beer, 7 whole jars, relaxed, felt joyful, his heart rejoiced, his face beamed. He smeared himself with, his body was hairy. He anointed himself with oil and became like any man. Put on clothes, he was like a warrior. Took his weapon, fought with lions. The shepherds could rest at night. He beat off wolves, drove off lions. The older herdsmen lay down, and Kidu was their guard, a man awake. One young man spoke up. A gap of about 23 lines, it said spoke to, of column, to end of column. Gap of about 17 lines, at beginning of column. He made merry. He raised his eyes and saw the man, said to the harlot, Shemkat, bring the man here. Why has he come? Let me call him by name. The harlot called the man. He went up to him and spoke to him. Young man, where are you hurrying? What is the cause of your exertion? The young man made his voice heard and spoke to Enkidu. They have invited me to the houses of fathers-in-law. It is the people's destiny for choosing daughters-in-law. I filled the table of ceremonies with the delightful food of the father-in-law's city for the king of spacious Uruk. Open the of people for bridegrooms. For Gilgamesh, the king of spacious Uruk. Open the of people for bridegrooms. He will impregnate the destined wife. He first, the husband afterwards. That's crazy. I guess it's true. Must have missed that. It was ordered by the council of Anu and destined for him. When his umbilical cord was severed, at the word of the young man, his face went livid. A gap of about 12 lines. Another gap. And Kidu went in front of, and Shemkat behind him. He entered into spacious Uruk, and men gathered about him. He stood in the street of spacious Uruk, and people gathered and talked about him. He is just like Gilgamesh in form, shorter in shape, very strong bones. Mountains gave him birth. He used to eat, he used to suck the milk of wild animals. In Uruk, sacrifices will be constant. Young men will purify themselves. The Lusanam instrument plays for the young man who looks so upright. A match is found at last for godlike Gilgamesh. The bed was made for Ishara, and Gilgamesh, who every night had met the girls, came away. For Enkidu stood in the secret, barred of the path of Gilgamesh. Lusty Gilgamesh, upon he was in a rage. Enkidu got up in front of him, and they confronted each other in the country's main square. Enkidu blocked the door with his foot, did not let Gilgamesh enter. Let me go read tablet fucking 1 or 2 over here and see if that's actually. Did I really just miss all that, bro? That's the dream. And then they're friends. What the fuck? They're like friends. And Enkidu asked for Gilgamesh's help. to destroy Humbaba. And Kiru's in chapter 1 too. And Kiru gets a mission from Shamhat saying go to Gilgamesh. He's awesome. Oh, he's trying to tell him, you know, don't kill him. How does it start then? I'm reading Enkidu's creation. He eats with gazelles. He eats vegetation all the time with cattle. He kept calming cattle. He makes love with some girl. The girl's like, come, let's go to Gilgamesh where he's perfect in strength. And then Enkidu's all like, okay, let's go to Gilgamesh who's perfect in strength. Let me challenge him. I shall go alter destiny. Wow. In this version, it shows like wow. And Kidu literally is all like, I'm gonna go after Gilgamesh, I'm gonna fight him. Because I'm stronger than him. That's what he said in the in the standard Babylonian version. That's crazy. He had no beef with him. I think I'm right. I think the standard version make him seem like Enkidu the bad guy in the beginning. And then the older version is what we're reading right now. Right now. He entered into spacious Uruk, very strong bones, right? And Uruk sacrifices. He is just like Gilgamesh in form, shorter in form, very strong bones. Mountains gave birth. He used to eat. He used to suck the milk of wild animals. And Uruk sacrifices will be constant. Young men will purify themselves. The Lusanam instrument plays for the young man who looks so upright. A match is found at last for god like Gilgamesh. The bed was made for Ishara, and Gilgamesh, who every night had met the girls, came away, for Enkidu stood in the street, barred the path of Gilgamesh. Lusty, Gilgamesh, upon, he was in a rage. Enkidu got up in front of him, and they confronted each other in the country's main square. Enkidu blocked the door with his foot. No. My cat's being bad. Lusty, Gilgamesh, upon, he was in a rage. Enkidu got up in front of him. They confronted each other in the country's main square. Enkidu blocked the door with his foot, did not let Gilgamesh enter. Like bulls, they grappled and crouched, and they demolished the door frame. The wall shook. Gilgamesh and Enkidu grappled and crouched like bulls. Hey, that's what we heard in the YouTube video. They demolished it. So interesting. The wall shook. Gilgamesh went down. His foot on the ground. His rage subsided. Your mother bore you to be unique. The wild cow with the sheep. Stop. You can't stand there, bro. Stop it, Moondas. Stop it. No. Stop. You can't stand there. No. She can't stand on my laptop. What the fuck are you looking at? There's nothing over there. Jeez. What is that? It's not. I don't know what that avatar is. Get off. Bad cat. I think she knows, bro. It's the fucking AC. The wall shook. What? Gilgamesh went down? His foot on the ground. His rage subsided, and he turned away. When he had turned away, Enkidu spoke to him, to Gilgamesh. Your mother bore you to be unique. The wild cow of the sheepfold, Ninsun, raised your head above death. Enlil decreed over you kingship over people. Second tablet of he was superior to other kings. Table 3. Oh, there's no table 1. Oh, there's no table 1. They kissed each other and made friends. About 10 lines missing, 8 fragmentary. Ew. Fragmentary or broken away to end a column, about 12 lines missing. Arrival set for him, and this is dialogue. Arrival set for him and the mourners, the mother of Gilgamesh. About 10 lines missing. His eyes filled with tears. He felt furious and dreadfully tormented. Enkidu's eyes filled with tears. He felt furious and dreadfully tormented. Gilgamesh lowered his face, said to Enkidu, "Why are your eyes filled with tears? You are furious. You are dreadfully tormented." Enkidu made his voice heard and spoke to Gilgamesh. You're so cute. Here, she can come on if I put down my laptop. Mundas. 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 Let's see if she comes up. Alright, well, you're lost. How was the grief, my friend? Have made my neck muscles stand out. My arms are weak, and my strength is feeble. Gilgamesh made his voice heard and spoke to Enkidu, about 4 lines missing. Smiting Huwawa shall I slay, and shall I destroy. I shall cut down pines, the forest. 2 lines fragmentary. Enkidu made his voice heard and spoke to Gilgamesh. It was dark, my friend, on the mountain when I used to go with the cattle. The forest extended for 60 leagues in each direction. Who can penetrate to its depths? Huwawa's shout is the flood weapon. His utterance is fire. His breath is death. Why do you want to do this? Huwawa's home is an impossible challenge. Gilgamesh made his voice heard and spoke to Enkidu. My friend, let me go up to this mountain. Let me set off to the forest. 3 lines fragmentary. The dwelling of Huwawa. An axe. You. I shall. Enkidu made his voice heard and spoke to Gilgamesh. How can we go to the pine forest? Its guardian is where? He is strong, he never sleeps. Huwawa, where? Adad, he. Damn. What the fuck did he say? I need to take every single line literally, to be honest, to understand it. To keep the pine forest safe. 7 terrors. Gilgamesh made his voice heard and spoke to Enkidu. Who can go up to heaven, my friend? Only the gods dwell, with Shamash forever. Mankind can number his days. Whatever he may achieve, it is only wind. Do you fear death on this occasion? Where is the strength of your heroic nature? Let me go in front of you, and your voice call out. Go close, don't be afraid. If I should shout, if I should fall, I shall have one fate. People will say, Gilgamesh, grappled in combat. If I should shout, if I should fall, I shall have one fate. People will say, Gilgamesh, grappled in combat. Huwawa, where was I? He was nobly born, but you grew up in open country. When a lion sprang at you, you knew everything. 4 lines fragmentary. You said this to me, you made me furious. I shall set to work and cut down pines, ensure fame that will last forever. Come, my friend, I shall, to the forge. They will cast weapons in our presence. They held hands, and to the forge, the craftsman sat, gave it thought, cast large pasum axes, cast hasinam axes, 3 talents each, cast great swords, besides 2 talents each, rivets at their sides, 30 minas each. Gold of the swords, 30 minas each. Gilgamesh and Enkidu contributed 10 talents each. The main gates of Uruk listened, and the men assembled, made merry in the streets of spacious Uruk. Gilgamesh, his merrymaking, the elders of spacious Uruk, sat before him. Gilgamesh spoke to them, saying, of spacious Uruk, 1 or more lines missing. Let me see the god who speaks, whose name the lands never echo. Let me conquer him in the pine forest, and give him the country cause to hear how powerful Uruk Sion is. Let me set to work and cut down pines, ensure fame that will last forever. The elders of spacious Uruk spoke in turn to Gilgamesh. Your courage, Gilgamesh, leads you to foolhardiness. You do not know what you are trying to do. We hear that Huwawa's looks are alien. Who could face his weapons? The forest extends for 60 leagues in each direction. Who can penetrate to its depths? Huwawa's shout is the flood weapon. His utterance is fire. The breath is death. Why do you want to do this? Huwawa's home is an impossible challenge. Gilgamesh listened to the speech of his advisors and looked and smiled at his friend. So, my friend, should I too speak thus? Should I be afraid of him? And about 8 lines missing. Your God, let him make you take the road to the quay of spacious Uruk. Gilgamesh was crouching down, and the words he spoke. I shall indeed go. Shamash. There, let me keep my life safe. Bring me back to the quay in safety. Please, protection over me. Gilgamesh called out in his command. About 6 lines missing. Tears ran down Gilgamesh's cheeks. The journey that I never made? Does my God not know its course? Must I live in security forever? In joy of heart? May I be satisfied by a home with your manly charms? On thrones? His equipment? Great daggers? Bow and quiver. They put their hands. He took a passum axe. His quiver. A bow of Ansham design. His sword in his belt. The men made ready to go. Brought close to Gilgamesh. I love you. Whenever will you be brought back to Uruk? The elders blessed him, gave Gilgamesh advice for the journey. Do not rely, Gilgamesh, on your own strength. Keep your eyes sharp and guard yourself. Let Enkidu walk ahead of you. Watch the path, keep to the road. He knows the entrances to the forest. Every trick of Huwawa. Let Enkidu walk ahead of you. Watch the path, keep to the road. He knows the entrances to the forest. Every trick of Huwawa.